Oh, hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We are trying to get a 5-point match on backgammonhub.com. And yeah, I'll explain my thinking a bit as we go along. Unfortunately, no one seems to be biting yet, despite there being a good number of people on. But yeah, eventually we'll get someone. That's the problem with this site. There's not a big user base or anything, but it's got a good UI. I like the problem of the day, and it's got good tournament running infrastructure, which is how I started playing on this site. I played on you might have seen a previous stream. I played on Backgammon for the first time in like a really long time, maybe years recently. Still active. Similar in that there's not a ton of players, at least when I was playing on it. But I think they still have the interface is so nice that they have. I think they still have kind of a dedicated. They still kind of have a dedicated user base. Like a friend of mine likes the knack. There's a Backgammon. I think there's like a daily Backgammon tournament on the site that a friend of mine likes playing in. Backgammon it's the same rules as backgammon, except a slightly different starting position where you take a checker from your six and you take a checker from your midpoint and you put it back on the 23 points. So in other words, you own your 23 and 24 points, and same with the other player, obviously. So it's kind of both players start with like 4 men back, 4 checkers back. So it's longer. The games are somewhat longer. Supposedly they're supposed to be more complicated and interesting, but I don't actually know if that's the case. Like, it's often it just sort of turns into a mutual holding game, because the right strategy is to like really get the backmen going on the first move. If you can't, assuming you can't make a good point. So. You just end up with holding games. Okay, so I believe this is the 5 because I got the stronger board, and he's about to make good structure, so I want to take away half the roll. I'm not sure where the 2 is though. I mean, hitting again, splitting, bringing a checker down. These all seem like productive deuces. So I don't know if this deuce is correct. In fact, I don't know whether I have a cube here or not. What do I got? I only have 8 checkers in the zone. Yeah, maybe this is a little thin. If he dances here, is this still a take? But maybe I have enough here. 4-point board. I should say hi to my opponents. I guess I'm glad I queued, that's for sure. Backgammon him. This is a very quick match. Oh yeah, actually this 2, maybe this 2's a little better because it bears on the 2-point also. And it's not super important to get the backman going now. Could have thought about hitting the other one actually there. It didn't matter. Somehow I think I want this. Keep the forces all connected. Certainly I'm hitting, and then I guess getting the backman going a little bit. Again, keeping a nice connected position over here. Not worried too much about being hit here. I could even play 23 to 20 here, because I don't know, if he gets to give up his anchor to hit, that's pretty dangerous for him. But I don't think there's anything wrong with this either. See, double 2s, double 3s kind of crush me. Oh, maybe that's reason enough to do this. In addition to getting the backmen better, closer to springing. Yeah, so 13 days, 7 to 5, or so to continue the plan. 8 points a pretty good point though, so I am going to do this. Yeah, we would have been happy to hit with this. Like a 2-4, for instance, coming with the 2, hit with the 4. That's pretty damn dangerous for him. So it's not clear we should hit with that kind of stuff. Oh, this is possible. I went about 8 to 2 a little bit. Just he rolls a 2 or 3 though, and I really regret it. On the other hand, 20 to 14 isn't great either. His board is so weak. He does win more gammons. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Yeah, it didn't really work. I needed him to dance for this to really work. All right, I got license to do whatever. The 2 blots in the board, so let's disengage as much as possible. Okay, so 13 to 4. Yeah, nothing better than this. I think nothing better than this. This looks like a good play. I don't know what a good play is here. I don't want to leave him too much though. I'm a little inclined just to leave him 1 blot in the outfield. I think I pretty much have to leave him. Yeah, I gotta leave him 1 blot, one shot, 1 exposed blot somewhere, I think. So I don't know, if he wants to hit me with a 4-2 or something, it's fine. I think I probably hope, if he rolls a 4-2, I'm probably hoping he hits. Ooh, that was bad. Yeah, I think he misclicked. Giving me license to play like this. Now he's going to get gammoned. Backgammon, maybe, or maybe not. All right, fine. Just a gammon. If that. Actually, oh, maybe this. No shots and nice spread out builders. You can probably take a bunch of guys off, keeping a 5-point board here. Yeah, gammon. I look like a solid favorite to win a gammon, but it's not certainly far from gin. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 crossovers to bring everyone in. Yeah, pretty big favorite. I should mostly be playing safely here. He's been wasting a lot of pips. The safest would be this. 6, 10, 11, 12 crossovers to bear a guy off. Yeah, the 4-3 is possible. I should have taken a guy off. Okay, so I'm going to be up 4 zip. Four zip Crawford. I usually like to when gammas don't help me. I usually like to split here with the 4. Supposed to bring in 2 guys down. Here. Well, might make the anchor, but the 2 doesn't play good. So I'm gonna actually make the 4 point and get punished for it. Also, my 8 points. I'm a little overstacked on the home front, so I'm making the 4 nicely on stacks. All right, let's do this so as not to get attacked there. He plays a little unclear. Just comes under the gun. And then I can make the 1 if I want. Maybe that's the, oh no, I can make the 2. It's probably better. Yeah, I don't know about the last one. 5, 9, or 4. Builders look kind of bad here. But it's safe. Safe and keeps the mid. He's going to try to run down in the race. Not a lot of high cards in this hand here. All right. Should be a win. Yeah, this plays maybe. I don't know what I do with the 6-4. It seems like all plans kind of lose. You know. I'm worried about 6-1 here. Save a 6-1. It's worse for the race though. 6-5. Okay. Good. All right. I assume I'm gonna win this. Let me get XG going. We can take a quick look and then play another quickie maybe. So I'm gapping on the 2, but the 2, if I miss with the 2, it does seem to play productively 4-2. So that's why I was thinking with the shifting to the ace point there. I mean, everything is super close because I kind of win no matter what. But if the race was close, that play might matter. All right, good. We got 2.9. That's actually a little higher than I thought it would be. Because I don't know what I did wrong there. Cube action seemed quite clear. My guess is possible my cube's a little early. No. Okay, so the 5-2's okay. I guess it's really the only play. Like I thought, I don't know. This looked okay. This looked okay to me. They're all quite productive. I mean, obviously my play is safest and puts a second guy up on the roof, so I went with it. But it wasn't. I don't know. The other twos look pretty decent to me. Keeping the good points slotted. There might be some cubeful thing going on, or if I hit twice, I get a and he dances, I get a cube in. Although actually, the cube might even be stronger after some of the other twos in the dance, because I'm sort of threatening to make the best 4-point board. But yeah, no, with only 8 in the zone, this is and his decent front position where he has a 7-point made. Yeah, this isn't good enough. If he didn't have a 7 points, like if you distribute those checkers back on the 8 and 13 points, then you can cube this. And then it's like, it's still a take if I got a great sequence, covered dams. So what did I screw up? Yeah, okay, there's other stuff here. 13, 8, 9, 7, getting builders for the 3 and 2 points. Yeah, this is sort of good, good diverse builders everywhere. I'm just trying to continue the blitz. It just doesn't work. Yeah, so 13 to 7 is not too bad. I didn't love it. I mean, because he's going to hit in the outfield, and then my forces are going to be quite separated. So I thought I'd make this more connected play. I know I'm leaving a double shot over here, but he's hitting with 5s, and that gives up his important anchor. So it's not so bad, and I just like that. I just like the outfield asset here. Okay, so I roll 6-1. I roll a good hit number. Okay, oh, this I screw up. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I overthought this one, but okay. So I just make the 20 point, not worrying too much about being hit. Computer's worried about being hit though. It's not worried about not having the anchor. Okay, so all the best plays make the you make the 7 and then find some 2 somewhere. Even this is top choice, leaving a million shots in the outfield. But okay, so he hits with a 3-1 or something, and it's like a million shots out there. So he's probably even hitting on the 20 point if he rolls a 3-1. I guess I am paying more to a lot of the hits here. 2-5, 2-6, 3. Yeah. I guess okay. So even the rolls that hit without giving up the anchor, there's like a lot of them. There's like 8 of them. That's too many. There's like 8 hits over here that don't give up the anchor, right? 2-5, 2-6, 3-3, 4, 3-5. And then 2-4 is the only hit that gives up the anchor on these checkers here. So yeah, that's no big deal. Okay, I guess I kind of see this now. Like I thought for some reason like half the hits would have to give up the anchor, but that's not true at all. Okay, anyways, I put my 8 point together. Oh, also I might have screwed up when I attacked this blot on the 2 points. Yes, yeah, this is wrong. It does win more gammas, but only slightly, because I'm giving up a nice asset and attacking behind the anchor. Okay, no, this makes sense to me now. Yeah, that's why my PR isn't better. Yeah, this is a bad play. Apparently, I should make the 15, or I'm sure 20 to 14 is fine too. Yeah. 16 to 10, yeah, I kind of saw this. Keeping the anchor so you never get blitzed. But I guess you're up in the race so much that you do want to disengage from the back when you can, and say like 20 to 14 is sort of acceptable risk. It's this 1 point board with a blot. Okay, yeah, I'd only win slightly more gammons. Yeah, blitzing behind the anchor like this is usually wrong. If I had a spare on the 8, it might be okay. Even then, though, I guess it's questionable. Like, let's say you move the guy from the 5 to the 8. You get to hit and keep the 8 points. That actually might be worth it. But still, I don't think running I don't think running's bad there still. Let me just save this and then we can take a quick look. Yeah, I think a big part of the reason why my play is wrong, not only am I blitzing behind the anchor, but I'm giving up a good outfield asset. Yeah, hitting's okay here, but probably still wrong. Gotcha. Yeah, now I gotta get going. 20 to 10 is the best way to get going here. 6, 4, 13 to 7, 10 to 6. I don't know why I didn't do this. That does seem better than my play. Putting the checker on the 4 point and getting this guy not as close to home. Like this was my play. I'm not sure why I did that over this. Maybe I just didn't see this. And there was several plays I was thinking about. Like I think I saw 13 to 7, but then I said, oh, I can't move that guy again because he's stuck. But I don't know why I wouldn't have seen 10 to 6 there. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, and then he misclicks or something. Obviously, you should make the 3, put a board together. And then it gives me license to make all the progress coming home without much risk because he's got 2 blots in his board. And then should he hit with this? No, he shouldn't even hit with this because he's losing too many gammons. Whoa! Whoa! Look at this blunder. The plays look very similar. And his point 1 wrong. Oh, hey, good to see you, man. You wanted him with a 4-2 or 5-1, tempting him off the anchor. Yeah, and even as we saw, even 6. What did he roll? Like a 6-5, which he does. Not. Yeah, he. What did he? 6-4. What did he hit with? Yeah, he hit with a 6-5. So he gets to hit and then play like a somewhat productive 5, but it's still way wrong. Although his play does win the most. You know. It just loses way too many gammons. He never gets gammoned pretty much if he just plays safely. But this is an amazing play to me. 10-6-4-2. This seems like so natural to me. There's no direct blot numbers. I got builders spread out on all the points nicely, so I can bear off smoothly and quickly. And it's a blunder. Yeah. What the hell? How is this that wrong? I mean, I get that some stuff could be a little better. I mean, this looks pretty clean. The gammon's fairly close here. Right, I win 50% gammons about. So more if I don't get hit. I'm probably getting hit, I don't know, 15% here or something. So I'm a pretty solid favorite to get a gammon if I don't get hit. But apparently this is a lot safer, significantly safer, I should say, than my play, which doesn't strip the 6 point. I mean, there is value in coming in with the 6 point stripped, right? With only 2 checkers on the 6 point, so you can clear it early. On the other hand, you win more gammons if you keep the 6 point for a while. So sometimes it's not a big deal. I mean, I guess it just doesn't like 4-2, putting the checker behind the anchor, you know. Sort of badly inflexible. All the better plays, they keep the checkers in front of the anchor, you know. He just really hates going behind the anchor here. I thought about this, which leaves a 3-6, which I think you will hit with. Because it's not super gammonish anymore. And, the only way to win is to hit. So, but I guess apparently I should have done this or this. Yeah, it just surprises me that this is such a big error to go behind the anchor. This is very nice. I mean, the right play does lead to very nice spares on the 5 and 4 points. So I guess I get that it's a little safer. Huh. That's wild. That's wild to me. Oh, the 4-3 here. Okay, the 4-3 here. Yeah, I guess the gammon is just locked up enough when I don't get hit that you do want to just play safely here. And it's not that much faster to bear a checker off because you're going to have to waste a roll clearing the 5 later. Yeah, I know. I know, this game is so hard. There's like blunders lurking everywhere. Yeah, really surprising to me. Not that it's wrong, but it's wrong by so much. I mean, I have made similar errors in the bear off where like I put a checker behind the anchor and because I'm thinking about like other factors where like there I like things spread out. So I can bear a bunch of guys off while he's still up on the bar. But apparently just putting the guy behind the anchor is just really bad long term. And maybe in the medium term too. You don't have those nice spares on the 5 and 4 to absorb awkward rolls. Okay, so 4-2 here. Okay, so making the 20 isn't bad. Usually I do prefer the 20 to the defensive 20 to the offensive 4 point in the opening, just because 5 is better than 4. Here I thought there might have been enough reason to go with the other play because, for 2 reasons. I'm a little overstacked here with the extra spare on the 8 and still 5 guys on the 6. And if you make the anchor, the 2 plays somewhat destructively, 8-6, screwing up the distribution even more. So that's why I went with this, and it's sort of fine. I don't like hitting here. If your computer doesn't mind this, but why not just lock up a bunch of good structure, not leave a direct shot on your side of the board. Oh, 24-13. I thought about this. 24-13, but okay, you're getting attacked there. So probably that's enough reason to run from the front. Surprisingly close. Something better with the 4-3, 8-1. Okay, 3-1, 4-4. Okay, so you make the 2 and not the 1. The 1 gives up the 9 points, and it's the 1 and not the 2. So you make the 2 in some fashion. So you go 10-6, 6-2 squared, and then you have 1 more, which is the last one is a little destructive, right? What does the computer do? Oh yeah, the computer plays 9-5 with the last one. You can put it up on the board. This is confusing. So it leaves 4 shots, but great builders, right? 4 builders for the 3, as opposed to my play, which is only 2 builders for the 3. Keeps the 9 though. It's very close. I roll perfect. He rolls a 6-4, which I wouldn't be sure what to do with. Okay, so after I make my play, he rolls a 6-4. What do you do with a 6-4 here? I mean, you're down in the race. Pretty big, 20 pips after the roll, assuming you don't get hits. So running is not thematic in the least. Also, you don't pay to be in gammon, so you can take some liberties maybe. Yeah, I think I don't run here, but I don't know what to do though. If you roll white roll 6-4, like 13-3, hoping for a dance. Make the 4s a play. Make the 2s a play. 5-1. 10-4. Yeah, there's all sorts of plays. Let's see what the computer prefers. 24 to 18, 5-1. I think I did see this over the over the board where we can stop. We can stop there and play a productive 4. Get hit a little more, but it's better coverage and you get your board. But apparently running in some fashion is correct. Best non-run play is to hit apparently. Yeah, it's all too shoddy against the strong board. But I got a decent 5-4 and then I just win the race. This doesn't really matter, but just curious about this. 6-1. 5-1-2-1, making the 5-point board. 5-1-4-3. I guess the computer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, I did. I think I did consider this. Yeah, I played 4-1, and then I thought about the 1, and I decided that 4-3 was better for the race than 2-1, so I did it. And then after I picked up my dice, I saw that maybe 6-5 is the best ace after playing 5-1, which is exactly what the computer does. But of course, it's all very close. I'm not really losing this. All right, let's see if we can get a second match here. What was it? 1-1 here. Yeah, my play is probably right. It would probably be right if the race was closer. Right, so obviously you're bearing off 2 guys, right? You're bearing off a guy off the 2, and you're bearing off a guy off the 1, and then you're choosing one more. I like 2-1 because it looked like the 2 was going to play productive. The missing 2s would play productively the next turn. But let's see if the computer agrees. I think the computer agrees. Yes, the computer does agree, right? Right, so you want this position because the missing 2s you get to fill in a gap with the 2 and unstack the heavy 4-point if you roll like a 5-2 here. Whereas if you do this, well, actually the missing 1s still work okay here, but it looks a little funny, right, to thin out the 3-point to get an extra spare on the 2. Or another way to look at this, which Marty Storer mentioned this to me once. This increases the Keith count for black. The Keith count, if you don't know it, is it's a formula you can apply to bear-offs. The formula is purportedly tells you whether it's a double, whether it's a take, whether it's a pass. And it's just fairly accurate in sort of regular-looking positions like this. So you start with the pip count, and then you penalize yourself for inefficiencies in your position. And so one inefficiency you can have is multiple guys on the 2 points. And so Keith count will penalize you for this extra checker on your 2 points, whereas it's not going to penalize you for just one extra checker on the 3 points, or a gap on the 2 for that matter. So one way you can look at this, if you trust Keith count, is this increases the Keith count by like 1 pip because you have this extra checker on your 2. So what Marty told me specifically is it's rare to make a play that increases your Keith count, unless maybe it's like the last roll and you're just trying to maximize on doubles. So that's one indication that maybe this is the wrong thing. But anyways, let us see if we can get a quick match in. Oh, a semi. Oh, he only plays 3. He only accepts 3-point matches. I kind of want to play a 5. All right, Paul Statter. Okay, good match to Paul. Okay, let's see how he likes to play this 2. I usually split at an even match score. We're bringing 2 guys down wins and loses more gammons, I think. At least wins more gammons. So it's good. It's good at certain match scores where like you need a gammon more than your opponent. Okay, this is nothing. This is a pretty big upgrade. I wouldn't. Yeah, okay. Okay, if he runs, I don't have anything. Race is close. I might have something here. I mean, the edge is like getting considerable. Up in the race, no, especially when he steps up, I have some threats where like I attack him on the 4-point. So, well, this is some very easy, this is some solid take, I would say, some quite solid take. I think maybe there's enough going on here. And I think I'm going to try to justify my cube. Yeah, it didn't work. Although I hit him back with a million numbers here. 1. I don't know about this. 1, 2, 3. That's too many shots, maybe. Better structure, though. Much better structure. Or this. All right, I'm going to try this. Better structure, and when I get missed, I can put together a good position really quickly. Like so. Oh, I can play 8 and 4 nicely. There's no way to cover and hit, right? No. I can cover or hit, but not both. If I can do this, this is pretty good. Okay, oh, you'd like to hit me with the 6, but then the 3 is even more destructive. 1. I don't know, between switching and then productive 2 with the last one. Or hitting him loose, keeping the really nice structure. Slotting the next point in line. I don't know about this. The other play looks good too. Like the builders looked really nice after the other play. 1 more. Do need 5s to jump, so I didn't love leaving 5s to cover. If I slot the ace last turn, I mean. Okay, so 3-3 cracks horribly here. Is this any better though? He's got a good 1-1. 3-3 does play a lot better. 4-4 plays okay here. You gotta go after him loose. Gotta go after him loose, I believe. Gotta roll a 4. Ah. Okay, so this looks okay. I get 12s to cover, so 6-6-3-3 works. Yeah, that seems like reason enough to do it. A little worried about 1-1, although it is duplicated. Yeah, obviously there's other stuff here where you get more cover numbers. Like so. Okay. All right, this blots on 6-6, but so does everything. That makes the closed board. All right, maybe we can try to get this one right. So this is probably okay. I mean, I don't love the checker ending up on the 2 spares ending up on the same spot, but I don't love having a guy on the 7 either. Yeah, this got awkward somehow. Maybe there's something else. 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. Big doubles are safe. 6-5 is safe. 6-1 is okay. Okay, so let me. I made an error in a live match recently where I hit the last guy in a situation like this, and I shouldn't have, because I'm gonna get hit more if I hit him. But let's see, do I still win a gammon here all the time? 1, 2, 3, so 7, 13. He's got 20, 21 crossovers to save the gammon if I'm looking at this right. So I guess that means I should just play as safely as possible. That's funny that just came up. Because I was just looking at that. I just remembered, oh, I made this play in a live match where like I was putting like 4 guys up on the roof by hitting the last guy in a similar situation. And then actually Albert Stegg was watching and he's like, you hit too many checkers. And like, yeah, I guess I hit too many checkers. The key point there, though, in the match was that backgammons didn't help me. If backgammons helped me, it would have been probably been good to hit the 4th checker. Here, at this score, backgammons do help me quite a bit compared to a gammon. But with only 2 guys on the roof, winning a backgammon there is pretty remote. Anyway, so I do get the gammon pretty easily. Yeah, all I did was like a crossover count there, which I think told the story that it was just like really, really hard for him to save the gammon without hitting. Right, so his case is not clear. You get hit more if you get hit more long term if you hit the second guy there, because he has some sequences where he just like dances for a while. And then you're bearing off. He stays up on the roof longer, and then so you have more chances down the line to roll something awkward and leave a blot. Of course, if the gammon's closed, you probably want to hit for the gammon. It's probably like acceptable risk. With the gammon all locked up, just play as safely as possible. Oh, he's going to play 2 to 1 here. So 8 to 7 is better than 2 to 1. But you could also play 8 to 2. Or this. Bearing a little bit more of the inner board. Okay, so 13 to 6 plays productively. Nice. Okay. Yeah, maybe you had the right idea there. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Offhand, I would have played 8 to 4 to 2. Ooh, shot. 6. It's perfect, Jesus. Guess you'd come in low and play 4 to 2. Although escaping is so important, so I don't know. Oh, this is sweet. Okay, he should step up. Yeah, escaping is his whole thing. Still has a 5-point board if he steps up. Four or 11. 5, 3. Good. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess I'll try to close out 2 rather than 1. Oh, they do crack with double 2s here, so there is some risk in trying to hit the other guy. Let's see, I crack 3%, and then it doesn't really cost me to win very much. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. this is okay. Don't know about this, but it is safe on 6-6, and I can distribute now. Okay, so this is ideal-ish. Don't roll a 6. Yeah, I could win the race actually here. That's why closing out 2 checkers is generally better for the win than closing out 1 checker. Even though as I mentioned, you get hit a little more. It just, you do have to worry about if you just close out 1 checker and the other guy has like a speedy board, you can certainly lose the race sometimes. Oh, yes, thank you. That's a nice guy. Thanks for playing. Okay, yeah, this one was a well played match. Yeah, Paul seems to have played pretty decently too. All right, let's just take a quick look, and then I'm going to sign off. Okay, but I did blunder twice. Interesting. I don't know where the blunders are. Okay, this was pretty clear. Well, 13-8 is sort of fine, playing safe, keeping the 9 points. Oh, double's fine, because he steps up, I guess. If he doesn't step up, it's a little more questionable. I'm not saying stepping up is like a horrible idea, it's just that it's more volatile, so it's sort of a reason to be aggressive with the cube, but I might blow him out of the water, which I try here, and the computer doesn't like it. Doesn't work. Okay, it likes this 1-1 play, although probably everything is pretty close, including switching. So I go for sort of the best structure. It does work. Oh, 2-2, yeah, 2-2. This was unclear. Yeah. I guess I tried to do too much here. Hitting loose when I could just switch and play safely. I think maybe part of the key to this play is the switch play where you play 4-2 and screw up your board a little bit. You get not only do you get a safe position, but you get good builders for the open points. Now, don't get me wrong. If you know you're getting away with it, if you know he's dancing, say you prefer this position, but by a lot probably. It's just not worth the shot. So that makes sense that I blundered there. Okay, 3-3. Yeah, right. I would have thought about slotting 13-1. I did think about slotting 13-1, but I didn't like the fact that the 5s are duplicated. Like for instance, if you roll a 5-3 here, you can't cover with that. You need it to run. Like the fives are like one of the jumping numbers. And like if 4-1 say, it's duplicated. You want to both jump and you want to cover with it. Alrighty, so here I run with the 5 and then I remake the 20 with the 2 because I'm a little scared of 1-1. But the computer says, "Oh, don't worry about the 1-1. Do this. Don't crack on 3-3." And I guess maintain a little bit more flexibility. It's sort of easier to escape the backman after my play. Okay, this is fine. You gotta hit him here. Don't let him anchor. I mean, if you know he's rolling a 1, maybe you do want to let him anchor, but like it's far and away better when he doesn't roll a 1. Okay, yeah, so escape, you must either escape here or doing what I did is okay. Like 24-21 does the most escape work it can do. Yeah, I guess I should probably get more cover numbers this way rather than tidy up in the outfield and escape. All right, here I get the good covers. I finish them off. 13-5 should be okay. 3, 3. Okay, I do find the right idea. 0 immediate blot numbers after my play. You can put it up on the board. All big doubles play. The big doubles play good, for instance. Whereas if you do sort of the more natural thing, not this, this, keeping the closed board, you got 6, 6, and 5, 5, which blot, but it's actually worse than that. Like say you just roll like a 5, 4 or something next roll. You get to clear the 6 point, and then you're left with like a really shoddy position. You know, compared to this, roll 5, 4, you can have a completely safe position. And then I guess with the, so with the gammon this high, he's losing 90+% gammons. I was going to say you don't hit. But no, you do hit here. Shoot. Well, I guess this is how you learn. Okay, so if I don't hit, I'm only in the mid 80s to win a gammon. Sheesh. As opposed to being in the 90s when I hit. Oh, I guess the key is, now my play does win the most, don't get me wrong. There is some merit to my play. But the other play is it almost always wins anyways. And somehow he's saving the gammon close to 15% if I play safe, which surprises me a little bit. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 13, 20, 21. He needs 21 crossovers to save the gammon. So I thought that would mean like I'd be well into the 90s to win a gammon if I don't hit. But I guess the key is like the crossovers are short crossovers for him. You know, like these guys are all right. You just need small numbers to cross these over into his inner board. Also, hitting does win more backgammons. Like, is it different here? I mean, now it's close. But here it hits for the backgammon. But better for the straight gammon would be not to hit. So for instance, if it was 1, 0, 1, 0 to 5, you don't hit here, right? You just get hit so little after the safe position with the 4 on the 5 point and 6. Yeah, that's a good point. Like the position I was sort of thinking about that came up live, it was sort of a similar structure actually. It was similar structure, but the problem was it was like I was putting the 4th guy up on the roof, like for instance in like this position. So it's wrong to hit the guy here. Because I am paying, as you say, I'm paying like more risk here than in the actual match position, where he only had 2 up on the roof, so he's not going to be able to dance forever. It was something like this, right? It was something like this. So I do the hit play, and yeah, it's a very safe position, very safe. Like unless I roll a 1, that's not 1, 1. I'm not going to have any blot numbers on the next roll. And what I'm thinking about is he only has 2 on the roof. So it's not like he gets to dance forever and wait for me to leave a shot on like the 3 or the 2 points, you know, like it would be if I had if he had 4 on the roof. Yeah, no, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, thanks. That's a good thought. I shouldn't just be thinking about, oh, how likely I am to gammon him. I should be thinking about, okay, how often do I actually get hit when I do the dangerous hit play, and it's just so slim here. I always find that when I'm thinking about like a new concept that I just learned or I hadn't thought about for a while, I have to blunder it. I have to blunder with that new concept once or twice before it like really clicks. Like there was a good example, right? I was thinking about this play where I incorrectly hit previously, and I think, oh, okay, I'll apply that. I'll apply that concept that I recently thought about to this position, but I applied it incorrectly because it's such, as you say, it's such a safe position when I do the hit play. And the gammon isn't as locked up as I thought it would be. But anyways, I get lucky in that I win a gammon anyways. This is not the this is not the right match, I think. Sorry, I must have saved the wrong. I must have loaded the wrong match or something. Okay, we're back. We are back. Yeah, this was the mistake. Yeah, most people are getting this right, I think, unless they overthink it, like I did. But yeah, as I said, I get lucky when a gammon anyways. It wants to pop out to the 16 point here. So opposed to playing 13 to 8. I guess it does stop them from putting builders on the 11 and 10 points safely. So that's something. I guess, or just the 11 point actually. Yeah, I don't know. But this still looks right to me. 13 to 8 seems like a productive 5, and then I don't know. I mean, would you rather be here than here? Yes, I'm not sure I get this. Okay, start building my board for the inevitable hits. Once again, yeah, it doesn't seem to mind coming out to the 16 rather than play a somewhat productive 5 on my side of the board. So the 4-2. Okay, no, he makes a good play here, making the best structure while I have 2 blots in my board. Yeah, I might have played 8 to 4 to 2. Although that is you get away with it. It's a little harder to. It's quite a bit harder to bring home. It's pretty easy to bring home if you get away with it. Although I guess you kind of need a 6 or a 1 on the first roll to play safely. I get a perfect number. His 2-1, yeah, I don't know I wouldn't know what to do here either. I mean, I might have been a little inclined to do this, but the loss of the board is pretty significant. It's hard to weigh like the escape work, the ease of the escape work versus the value of the board. They're like 2 completely different concepts, right? So how do you compare the two? It's very difficult. But I roll a joker. 2-1. Yeah, once again, stepping up versus leaving a shot on your side of the, stepping up and leaving a shot on your side of the board versus some safe play. This one I would have gotten right and been pretty confident on though, because like I don't know how do you win after this? It seems so remote. You make the right play. You have sort of a direct winning plan, right? Get missed and roll a 6, or get into some hitting contests where you have a 5-point board to back you up. Oh yeah, keep the anchor here. Don't give him any extra attack stuff. This versus this. Yeah, this gets a 2-2-4-4 working. Or 2-2 and 4-4 in addition to 2-4 will make a 6 prime. This is just 5-1 that makes a 6 prime. So I guess that's why the computer likes the other one. Okay. Yeah, I see. I do hang back for a turn trying to hit the second checker. But now it gets a little dicey because 2-2 will crack if I hit the second checker. If I try to hit the second checker, 2-2 cracks, and I can lose that way. If gammon's counted, yeah, obviously you'd hang back here and risk the 2-2. Okay, and then yeah, he enters quickly, but doesn't win the race. All right, well it was good. This I got to try to get right in my head. Hate blundering both ways, you know. I hit when I shouldn't in my live match, and then I didn't hit when I should in this match. But you know, that's how you learn. That's how you like learn the. Like there's no hard and fast rules in backgammon, right? Like you can't say, oh, you always hit here or you always don't hit in similar situations. You gotta like deeply understand what's going on with the risk and the gammon save and how to compare the two. And then like that's you get like you need all of that. You need to understand all of that to have a full understanding of this position, rather than just like my shallow thinking where I was like, well, the gammon's locked up enough. I probably shouldn't hit here. In fact, I was wrong, and part of the problem was I was wrong that the gammon is pretty much locked up here, because I relied too much on the fact that he needs like something like 21 crossovers to save the gammon, but they're not. It's not like because they're short. I guess it's not such a tall order. I mean, it's tough. Don't get me wrong. It's tough for him to save this without hitting, but it's not impossible. I see. Yeah, that's a factor also. But I think it doesn't matter that much because it's exactly what you said. Like you just get hit so infrequently that I don't think the strength of the board is going to swing it. Like let's give him like a 5' and keep the gammon race about the same, right? Something like this. Like now it's quite a bit worse to be hit. But I think my play of not hitting is still going to be a pretty big error. Yeah, still a pretty big error. And the reason is like exactly what you said. It's just so hard to be hit here. You know. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off now. Yeah, hope we got something out of this. Yeah, thanks for chatting. Yeah, good comments, and we will see you next time.